Sometimes we don't need romance or mystery, just a story that hits us right in the heart. These dramas remind us how fragile love, loss, and life can be. So prepare your heart, because today we're diving into 10 K-dramas that will leave you completely shattered, yet deeply moved. Number 10. Oh My Ghost Clients. This drama follows the story of No Moo-jin, a labor attorney whose life takes a drastic turn after a fatal accident. Since that day, he's been haunted by a strange ability. He can see the spirits of the dead, but not just any spirits. They are the victims of workplace injustice, employees wrongfully fired, exploited, or even killed without ever receiving justice. At first, Moo-jin refuses to get involved, but little by little, each encounter with these restless souls awakens the humanity within him. Behind every case he takes lies a pain that makes him question the very meaning of the justice he once believed in. Number 9. The Witch. Park Mi-jong's life is a haunting tale of loneliness, wrapped in mystery and fear. Since childhood, she has always been associated with death and tragedy, making others believe she carries a curse. Isolated from the world, Mi-jong chooses solitude, convinced that the best way to protect others is to stay alone. But everything changes when Lee Dong-jin appears, a man who refuses to believe in superstition and sees Mi-jong not as a witch, but as someone deeply wounded. Dong-jin's persistence to understand and protect Mi-jong leads them to uncover a dark truth long buried. Yet the deeper they go, the greater the danger becomes, revealing that what they face isn't merely a curse, but a terrifying secret that could destroy them both. The Witch is a story of love amidst fear, and how courage sometimes means loving someone even when the world refuses to. Number 8. Love, Take 2. This drama tells the story of Lee Ji-yeon, a tough, hard-working single mother struggling to make ends meet at a construction site. Her world revolves around her daughter, Lee Hyo-ri, a medical student and her greatest pride. But everything changes when Hyo-ri begins to rebel, and Ji-yeon's first love, Ryu Jong-seok, a gentle single father, suddenly reappears in her life. Two generations of love intertwine, between two parents who once lost their way, and between their children, Hyo-ri and Bo-hyun, who unexpectedly find warmth amid loneliness and scars. Love, Take 2 is a sweet, tender, and deeply emotional story about second chances, family, and the courage to open one's heart again. Number 7. Mellow Movie. Ko Gyum is just a background actor with big dreams, while Kim Moo-bi is a passionate assistant director whose life is filled with pressure and fading hopes. They meet on a film set, a simple encounter that slowly turns into a sincere love story. It was Ko Gyum who approached first, making Moo-bi believe that love could be as beautiful as a scene from a movie. But without any explanation, Ko Gyum suddenly disappears, leaving Moo-bi with a broken heart. 5 years later, fate brings them together again, this time in completely different roles. Moo-bi has become a film director, while Ko Gyum is now a well-known film critic who harshly criticizes Moo-bi's film during her own fan event. Behind the cold gazes and sharp words lie regret, love, and wounds that have never truly healed. Mellow Movie is a story about two hearts that were once united, separated by time, and reunited not to start over, but to finish what was left undone. Number 6. Our Movie. This drama highlights two wounded souls, Lee Ji-ha, a film director who has lost direction and meaning in his life, and Lee Da-yeon, an aspiring actress suffering from a serious illness that slowly steals her dreams. They meet during the making of a film, not merely as a director and an actress, but as two people who recognize the loneliness within each other. In the dark of the cinema and behind the camera lens, they find a small glimmer of hope that feels like light. However, the love that grows between them is not a happy story. It is a story about the courage to keep loving, even when knowing that everything may come to an end. Our Movie is a gentle tale of love, loss, and the meaning of life captured in every frame of their lives. Number 5. As You Stood By. This drama portrays the dark side of friendship and the inner trauma that shapes two women, Yoon-soo and Hui-soo, on a journey filled with pain and extreme decisions. Yoon-soo, a VIP luxury handler at a prestigious department store, carries childhood scars from witnessing her father's violence toward her mother. Meanwhile, Hui-soo, her best friend, was once a hopeful children's book author, but now lives in an abusive marriage with her husband, Jin-pyo. When Hui-soo reaches her lowest point, Eun-soo utters the words that change everything. From there, their dark story begins. Two friends bound not by love, but by pain, and the desire to escape suffering. However, their decision brings consequences far heavier than they ever imagined. As You Stood By is an emotional portrait of trauma, friendship, and the fine line between despair and the courage to live. Number 4. When Life Gives You Tangerines. Set in 1950s. Jeju Island, this drama captures the heartfelt love story of two young souls, Ai-soon and Gwan-sik, who grow up in hardship but never lose hope. Ai-soon is a brave, cheerful girl who dreams of becoming a poet despite her lack of formal education and the limitations of her world. Gwan-sik, on the other hand, is a quiet, hard-working man whose gentle heart beats only for her. Their love blossoms amid simplicity, filled with laughter, struggles, and tears. Yet their path is far from easy. Differences, distance, and the cruelty of life constantly test their sincerity. When Life Gives You Tangerines is more than a romance. It's an emotional journey of love enduring through storms, of two hearts finding each other even when the world tries to keep them apart. Number 3. Way Back Love. This drama tells the story of Young Hae-won, a young woman who has lost her will to live after a series of tragedies drag her into despair. At 24, she withdraws from the world, waiting for time to pass without direction or purpose. But everything changes when she reunites with her first love, Kim Ram-woo, a man who, as she knows, died 6 years ago. His sudden reappearance shakes Hee-won's world, especially when she learns that Ram-woo is now a grim reaper sent to take her soul. Ram-woo reveals that Hee-won only has 1 week left to live. In those fleeting days, Hee-won resolves to do everything she never had the courage to laugh, to love, and to make peace with her past, while Ram-woo stays by her side through every last moment. Way Back Love is a deeply emotional story of loss, unspoken love, and the search for meaning when time is running out. Number 2. You and Everything Else. You and Everything Else may be one of the most emotionally draining dramas in every episode. It follows two childhood friends, Ryu Yoon-jung and Cheon Sang-yeon, whose relationship has always walked the line between friendship and rivalry. From a young age, Yoon-jung grew up in modest circumstances while Sang-yeon had wealth and a complete family, something Yoon-jung secretly envied. Yet behind that, Sang-yeon admired Yoon-jung's honesty and sincerity. Their rivalry continued through college and into their professional lives, working in the same industry. Years passed, and in their 30s, they lost contact. At 42, Sang-yeon, now a successful film producer, reunites with Yoon-jung, who has become a drama screenwriter. But this reunion isn't a coincidence. Sang-yeon hides a heartbreaking secret. She is terminally ill and wishes to spend her remaining time with the only person who truly understands her. From there, their story turns into a deeply emotional journey, one of regret, enduring friendship, and love that manifests in its purest form on the brink of farewell. Number 1. Mercy for None. Mercy for None is a tragic tale of redemption, loss, and love that ends in blood. Nam Gi-hun was once the right-hand man of the Bongsan Gang, a legendary street fighter feared by all. But after years of living in violence, Gi-hun chose to walk away. He wounded his own leg as a vow to never return, not out of fear, but because he could no longer live in the same world as his younger brother, Nam Gi-seok, who had joined a rival gang. Gi-hun sought peace, but his world collapses when his brother is found dead under mysterious circumstances. The life he abandoned now calls him back. With old wounds reopened and his heart consumed by vengeance, Gi-hun returns to the streets. Not as a gangster, but as a man who has lost everything. This drama is more than just a revenge story. Mercy for None explores the darkest corners of humanity, where love turns into rage and justice can only be achieved through blood. A cold, haunting story that grips the heart until the very end. Each of these dramas shows that pain can be beautiful, and that even the saddest stories can stay with us forever. Which one broke your heart the most? Let us know in the comments. And if you love stories that make you feel, don't forget to like, subscribe, and join us again for more K-dramas that touch the soul.